everyone. Welcome to Daily Dictation. This week we're talking about family, and this video is for low intermediate English speakers. This video is meant to help you practice your English skills. It's meant to help you practice your listening skills and your writing skills. To do that, you are going to listen as I read you 5 sentences. As I read the 5 sentences, you will write each sentence down the best that you can. You will apply the correct spelling, grammar, punctuation, and capitalization as you write down each sentence. And what is going to happen afterwards is we are going to check together. I'm going to explain some spelling tips to you and explain the grammar a little bit as well if it's a little bit tricky. And if you do this every day, you should be able to write applying the correct spelling in English and the correct grammar in English, and also improve your listening skills. This is really good if you plan on taking any proficiency exam, since there's always a listening component, and you really should know how to take down effective notes in English. This will help you do that. So join me for daily dictation. There are new videos from Monday to Friday. There are new sentences each weekday, new topics each week. There's 2 English levels offered. The instructions for this exercise. You will need a blank piece of paper and a pencil. 5 sentences will be read. Each sentence will be read 3 times and 1 more time at the end. You have to write down each sentence the best that you can, and you will use your listening skills to do this. Try your best to apply the correct spelling, punctuation, and capitalization. So let's go ahead and get started. On the screen here, you're going to see numbers 1 to 5. Each of these numbers represent a different sentence that will be read. So write them down on your piece of paper or in your blank document. I'm going to start with sentence number 1. Number 1. The bond they share is obvious in their family routine and daily interactions. The bond they share is obvious in their family routine and daily interactions. The bond they share is obvious in their family routine and daily interactions. Number 2. Their love for each other is a key part of their marriage and household life. Their love for each other is a key part of their marriage and household life. Their love for each other is a key part of their marriage and household life. Number 3. Maintaining safety is a shared role in their family tradition. Maintaining safety is a shared role in their family tradition. Maintaining safety is a shared role in their family tradition. Number 4. The pet brings a lot of joy and strengthens the family bond. The pet brings a lot of joy and strengthens the family bond. The pet brings a lot of joy and strengthens the family bond. Number 5. They find support and love through their household and routine activities. They find support and love through their household and routine activities. They find support and love through their household and routine activities. I'm going to read each sentence one more time, starting with number 1. Number 1. The bond they share is obvious in their family routine and daily interactions. Number 2, their love for each other is a key part of their marriage and household life. Number 3, maintaining safety is a shared role in their family tradition. Number 4, the pet brings a lot of joy and strengthens the family bond. Number 5, they find support and love through their household and routine activities. All right, I'm sure everybody did a really wonderful job as they're writing down each sentence. We're gonna get ready to check our answers. Now, if you found that this video is a little bit too fast or hard to catch, I recommend that you listen again. And if it was too fast, you can go into the settings of the video and adjust the playback speed to make it go slower. You can also check the description for timestamps, and this will help you listen to specific sentence numbers again. Now let's get ready to check our answers. Starting with number 1. The bond they share is obvious in their family routine and daily interactions. So if we're going to break down this sentence a little bit, the bond they share. This is the subject, kind of like a noun phrase because there's so many words together that all together act like the noun. Is the bond itself is singular. There's no S on it. So we're going to use the singular form of the verb be, which is. We're using the form of be because we have an adjective here, obvious. Now, when you have the word obvious, you're either going to use the preposition in or by after it if you're giving more context a lot of the time. So something is made obvious by some kind of action or obvious in some kind of noun. So we do have a noun here. And we know that because we have possessive adjective first and then family routine and daily interaction. So these are the nouns. There. Let's have a look at the next one. Their love for each other is a key part of their marriage and household life. So, their love for each other. This is the subject. Their love, possessive adjective, showing who is owning the love, who the love belongs to. And for each other gives us more context about what kind of love it is. Love is singular, though, so that's why we're using is. A key part. So here we don't have an adjective that follows. We have a noun, a key part. This is a noun of their marriage and household life. So part of their possessive adjective, marriage is owned by them and household life is owned by them. So that's why there's possessive adjective to show ownership of marriage and household life. Number 3, maintaining safety is a shared role in their family tradition. So, maintaining safety, that's our subject, starting with the gerund, because we have ing here, is a form of be, but singular, because the act of maintaining safety is a singular one. And again, after the form of be, we have a noun, shared role. And then here provides more context with the preposition in, shared role in what? In their family tradition. So that gives us more context. And again, just to remind you guys of the spelling, hopefully by now you've memorized routine, has an O and U here, routine. That's not just the Canadian thing either. That's an American thing as well. So even though the Canadians, we like to add U in a lot of places that Americans don't like to add U, this is one of the places that even in American spelling, you have to add the U. This is the only correct spelling. Household, 2 words. Technically, 1 word, we put it together. Household means a house where many people live within each other, like a family house. And emphasis on family in there. Marriage, you split it up. Marry, age for spelling. And tradition, treaded, and then you have to memorize Tion for that one. That's tricky because sometimes we have SION that has a similar sound sometimes. Memorization for those words, unfortunately, does take a while. But the more you do it, the better it will get. The pet brings a lot of joy and strengthens the family bond. So the pet, singular, singular, and subject. Because it's singular, we're going to apply the singular third person on the verb, which is why we're adding an S here. Brings a lot of joy. So a lot of noun. And so we have another verb, strengthens the family bond. Now, they find support and love through their household and routine activities. So in this one, they is a subject, find is the verb. Because it's plural, we don't need to add any S or anything like this on the word find. We just keep it in its base form. It is simple present, so we keep the base form of the verb. Support is a noun here. Sometimes we use support as a verb, but here it is used as a noun. And something that we talked about before, we should split this in two to remember the two P's. Sup, port. So split this in two. That way you remind yourself that there is a P at the end of this part and a P at the beginning here, two P's in the middle. And love, through. Now, through is also, you've seen this in it for a few weeks. This is a very hard word to spell because we don't hear the GH in it. And actually, it's very similar to the words though, although, thought. Very similar. Those ones get confused all the time. So through, memorize that. Through. Write it out a million times and say it as you write it out, because you will get that confused with other OUGH words. Their household. So this is a possessive adjective to show who owns the household and who do the routine activities belong to. So that's a little bit of the grammar. That's a little bit of spelling tips. Let's take a closer look at the words you should be familiar with. The words that we're studying this week: household, bond, tradition, safety, marriage, pet, routine, role, support, love. Make sure you not only know what these words mean, but you know how to use them in your own sentences. Make sure you are able to use them in spoken opinions about the topic, and make sure you're able to write about them, because if you are taking IELTS, this is a very common topic for speaking and a very common topic for writing as well when it comes to essay time at the end. So make sure that you have a good understanding of these words to show your range of vocabulary for this topic. Besides that, we are all finished for today. Great job, everyone. Keep trying your best to practice your English, and I will see you next time. Bye.